Alright, guys, so let's begin. By afternoon, I need a higher chair. They'll organize it. Cool. Okay. So, as I told you guys, there are two materials. One is the material 1, module 1. Uh, Whenever you want, you please interact with me. I'm right here in front of you. You can stop me also. Even the online buddies, anytime, I'll constantly be checking your chats. Don't worry. That's why it's called online live. It's better than recorded as such. But the advantage the recorded is, of course, you will get to watch it whenever you want. Cool. So, the British taught us one thing, I feel, and that was divide and rule. So, same way we have to divide and rule our entire syllabus. I have divided this entire syllabus into 15 clusters. So, that is what we are going to analyze in this way. And if you see from each cluster, generally one question for sure, minimum 4 marks, maximum can go up to 20 marks. So we cannot check which cluster question will come, but one thing for sure, from each cluster questions will come without a doubt. So cluster number 1 will be relating to directors, number of directorships and all those things, removal, vacation. Cluster 2 is all the categories of directors and their appointment and special type of appointment and all that. Cluster 3 is my loans to directors, 185, 186, 188, right? It's in the initial index only. Cluster 4 is the meetings of the board. Cluster 5 will be appointment and other provisions of MD and managerial remuneration. There is every single cluster, one question minimum you will get. Cluster 6, minimum 2. So cluster 6 is minimum 2 without a doubt, because some heavy duty areas, inspection, compromise, merger, oppression, registered valuers and all those things. Then cluster 7 is chilled out, winding up of companies. With IBC coming in, insolvency and bankruptcy code, the cluster 7 has lost its value a little, but anyway, it's fine, they'll give. Cluster 8 is your miscellaneous provisions, that also they keep asking, especially foreign company and all that. All that they keep asking. Then winding up provisions. Then cluster 8 we have special court, I told you. Cluster 9 IBC, 10 marks. 10 marks. Right? What I'm saying is, from each cluster you can definitely get one question. Minimum. And in cluster 1 to 8 it is difficult to predict from which cluster they'll ask more. But 1 or 2 clusters will be more obviously. Once, for example, in cluster 3 they asked 20 marks. Imagine. So you'll never know. But one question for sure. And now because of the integrated MCQs, it's such that they'll mix up the clusters and they will do it. That is also it is. I am actually preparing around 50 integrated MCQs, all clustered mix. Whatever is possible, I'll try to release by this attempt. Let's see, it's taking a lot of time because I have to mix various clusters. So some 2-3 I've done till now, because that's what institute is doing. So out of 100 marks, 70 marks will be your obviously descriptive, 30 will be MCQ. In that also 20 marks will be integrated MCQ, and around 10 depends. Generally 10 integrated MCQs and 20 normal, or the other way around also. 20 integrated MCQs and 10 normal MCQs of 1 mark each. Integrated MCQs will generally be 2 marks. Questions will be easy, but then the time to read will be difficult when you have to spend some time. So that's all, guys. Then if you see, cluster 10 is your SEBI, 11 is your FEMA. FEMA, so much build up students give, but only comes for 4 marks. So don't worry about it. ECB, ECB, ECB. Last time everybody, one question also didn't come. I'm just saying. So don't worry about it. That doesn't mean you'll ignore it. But what I'm saying is, don't make your entire life ECB. Correct? So that's what it is. And cluster 12, SCRA, SURFACE, all that. 13 PMLA, one question. Generally 4, I think January they asked some 8 marks from PMLA. But yeah, you can't compare the previous attempt and think next time also same thing will come. But I'm saying average 4 marks. Arbitration on an average 3 marks will come. And FCRA average 6 marks. Average I'm saying. And FCRA and those who are in the old syllabus, 14 and 15 is not there. 14, 15 not there. For you guys, you have a Competition Act and this thing, insurance and banking. But one thing which is there for old syllabus, which new syllabus don't have, is interpretation of statutes. Pakka 4 marks. Will we be doing that? Yes, because even new syllabus students will want interpretation of statutes. My entire class is based on interpretation of statutes. So that anyway we'll be doing, don't worry. So old syllabus bumper, one extra question on interpretation of statutes will come. So that is the scene. New syllabus 14, 15 extra 9 marks extra. So that time that when I'm doing these two, then the old syllabus people need not attend these two classes. I will not say for knowledge and all attend. First, let's clear the exam, then we'll update our knowledge. Because there's no point wasting time, honestly. Don't waste time on this, it will never come. After exams, if you want to know what it is, then you can see. Now don't waste time. So when I'm doing this lesson, you can leave and study or do whatever you want. So this is the thing. These 15 clusters. So one by one, coolly we have to go. Cluster 1, we will do all these things till here. Removal of director vacation we will do after cluster 2. So once we do cluster 1, we'll jump to cluster 2 and then we'll come back to cluster 1. This is it. Then for economic clause, anyway material 2 is there, which has a little bit of IBC, but nevertheless we have the charts, which is, you are gonna get it, colored chart book very soon guys, it's on its way. This is the updated version. The online people they've already dispatched, but for the offline guys it will come soon. So this is the scene. Everyone has a material now, no? First two, okay. Yeah, so this will come. So this will have all your IBC and all other economic laws, arbitration, FCRA here and there. Yeah, FCRA also there have been quite a few amendments. So you can expect questions from FCRA, new syllabus friends. You can expect questions from FCRA. Anyway, it will come every time. So that is the scene. Then apart from that, we also have some miscellaneous charts here with respect to amalgamation, merger, everything. Everything is done in a very structured format, so you'll easily understand. This is next part of it. So now, coming to quickly we need to discuss now how to study law in the next whatever days that we have, how to study, when to study quickly. Now you anyway attending the classes, then when you start to study, if you concentrate 100% in class, preparation time will be very less for you, that I can assure you. That is one strategy that you need to adopt. Should I study in the morning or evening? Please don't listen to people. I did the same mistake. Some rank holders told morning. Some rank holders told evening. I did average and studied in the afternoon. I opened the book, then slept off. Right? So if you see, do not listen to anybody, your comfort level. Your parents will tell morning. Correct, no? Your parents will tell when I was a kid, I used to study in the morning. Fresh, mind will be fresh and all they'll tell. So there's nothing like that. Yeah, mind will be fresh, but for me, mind will be fresh at night. So it depends on you guys, no problem. They used to call me owl. What is owl in Tamil? Huh? Andai. They used to call me Andai. In Kannada, it's Gube. In Malayalam, what is it, guys? I have already told. Restart the stream. Nishacharya in Malayalam. Okay. Hindi fellows are also there. Ullu. Munga. Munga, it seems. Okay, Munga. Malayalam, Munga. No? What is Nishachari? Something is telling. Malayalam is Munga. Okay, fine. They used to call me Munga only because of that. Yes. Oh, like that. Who lives in night. Okay, fine. Yes. So if you see, how to study is one thing. When to study is something that you need to decide, guys. And one thing for the examination that we really need to take care is the presentation aspects. There are only 3 golden rules. Okay, 1 second, man. You also do it at your end, Angesh. Check now. Presentation. Should be provision, analysis, conclusion. Simple provision, analysis, conclusion. No other questions, no anything else. Just simple provision, analysis and conclusion. Yeah, I will tell you that. Yeah. How important is section number, guys? Section numbers, how important is it? Should I write section numbers or just leave it like that? Section numbers are important if you know it. 100% correct. If you don't know, if you have confusion, please don't write. Better not to write section numbers than writing the wrong section number. Section numbers, if me and you write the exam, you write all the section numbers, I don't write section numbers, the difference will be around 5-6 marks minimum. But writing wrong section number, gone. So to tell you that, that's why I wanted to show you this paper, auditing paper, but nevertheless, writing wrong section number, how it will impact. So here, this person has written the some wrong clause number, clause 5, full they have scratched out. No mercy, right? That's the problem. Then again later, here, part 1 first schedule, wrong. So what that should not be done is definitely writing the wrong section numbers. If you know the section number, write properly, otherwise it's okay, leave it, no problem. But our life mission should not be to only write the section numbers. So it should be obviously the content. That is doubt number 1. Second is what is this provision analysis conclusion? This is my student's paper, 67 he got. This is November 17. That time MCQ was not there. Scored all India rank 40 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, very simple guys. Provisions, analysis, conclusion. Should I write it in point? Should I write it in paragraph? Whatever you want to write, but you should underline the important items. I will share all these papers on that WhatsApp group so that you can obviously make use of it. So first he has written the provisions, if you see, applicable provisions, and a brief about the provision with all the stuff underlined wherever needed. And then he has given his conclusion. And if you see, he has got first question only 4 out of 4. One important thing to understand is who will evaluate your paper, CS or non-CS? CS only. You open ICI and check empanelment of evaluators. You will be shocked. In that, CA, CS, MBA graduates, people with 10 years experience, BCom teachers with some 20 years experience, all can evaluate. So non-CA will certify CA. And can you just guess, it's all scientific, can you guess what is the rate per paper? Okay, if I have to evaluate your paper only, if you have to evaluate, how long will you take? 100 marks paper. Sir, nothing is there, sir. No. If you have written everything, what will you, how long will you evaluate? Half an hour at least. You have written so much. Okay, 20-25 minutes. Obviously, you would have written decently only. 25 minutes it takes. So, which means in 1 hour you can do maximum 2, maximum 3. How much is a CA's hourly rate? If you become a CA, immediately your hourly rate will be minimum around 800 to 1000 rupees. And these people are experienced CAs. They will charge their client hourly rate 2000, 3000, 4000. Which means at least they should pay me 1000 to 2000 per paper if I really have to evaluate, and institute is loaded. Correct? Examiner is also required to appear and score 72 marks. All that, nothing is there. CA inter, CA final, it is, believe it or not guys, 110 rupees per paper. Which means I will evaluate it and get how much? 110. If I do 2 papers in 1 per hour, 220. For my article only, I'll charge more. Hourly rate from my client. But the problem is, see, teachers, like I would love to evaluate, but they'll not give. Person who is into teaching cannot evaluate. Which means these are only guys who are practicing or in the industry. And some of them do it for quick bucks. Some of them genuinely do it for the students. So it also depends on little bit of your luck, obviously. Every failure is not luck. That is one problem with our students. Oh, luck, I didn't get. I got 17 in SFM, luck. I should have got 71, that fellow did ulta. No, it's not like that. But there is an element of luck also involved, which means one thing we need to understand, he will maximum give you 10 minutes per paper. I'm not joking, I've seen the way they evaluate. Will they evaluate at home or there's a center to evaluate? Nothing at home. Now they've done digital. Earlier paper used to go to that, you know, a person's house. After fighting with his spouse in the evening, later he will sit. When you open, if you have written stories in the first answer, obviously it is just, you just have to play the, so there's one dialogue, don't play the odds, play the man. It's in one of the shows that I used to watch, Suits, right? So you need to play the man, whoever is evaluating. So what I'm trying to tell is 145 to 2, when you're sitting, you need to choose 40 marks which you know the best. That's the strategy. 40 marks. They evaluate in bus and train also. I've seen. 40 marks where you know the best you need to choose. This is a strategy, of course. Then what you do, right. He will only give you 10 minutes. It's so sad. We'll take CA to study CA funnel 1 year. Write the papers, 8 papers into 3 hours each, 24 hours. But we'll evaluate only 10 minutes. 10 minutes into 8 is 80 minutes your paper gets evaluated. All papers. Less than, some English movie, 1.5 hours. So if you see, it's crazy. So what you need to do is ensure that you choose between 145 to 2, the 40 marks where you can really kill it. Give an amazing impression to the evaluator. It's all about playing the man, I'm not joking. You see, rank holders paper, if you open, that's what you will see. 4 out of 4, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4, that's all. He has chosen very carefully and has answered. After that, he has written stories. I'll show you, full stories he has written. But if you have already impressed with that person, even if you write some nonsense story, rather than giving 0, they'll give you 1. I'm not joking. They'll give you 2. See here. Some crap this is. Something he has written, 1 they have given. That's automatically it happens. See, this question, okay, this is fully wrong. That's okay. But this question, 1 he has got. In the end, full stories. This also is one story. 3, 4. This is complete nonsense. Correct? In this though, when it's complete nonsense, nothing can be done. But something, if you have written story here and there, you will get marks. So the next deal is you need to crack the story. So story parts you can give later. When I say story part, those things you don't know. But those things you really know, first 40 to 50 marks to it. So if MCQ should I write first, this I should write first is the next question. So whatever you are comfortable with. But if you start with the descriptive, it will never end. So I would suggest better to do the MCQ first. And if you see, there are 2 other people. This is one guy. He has scored 55 out of 70. 30 marks was MCQ. This is 55 out of 70. And he still ended up scoring 71 in law, is my student. Which means around 16 in MCQ. 16 out of 30 is actually sad. But here the accuracy is very good, 55 out of 70. One more guy, he also scored 71 only, strange. 45 out of 70 he has scored in descriptive. And there he has maximized 26 out of 30. So it all boils down to how well you write your MCQs. So 145 to 2, the most important thing that you need to do is choose that 40-50 marks, which will maximize your marks. And then remaining 20, they'll only give you. It's actually very easy to score 65. I'm not joking. 65 plus, if you plan it properly. One more mistake that we do is, I'll just ask you this question only. 4 marks question. How long will you take to write? 5 minutes. Should you take 5 minutes? 8 minutes, 10 minutes? 180 minutes we have, guys. Very simple. 100 marks we have. Very simple. In that you subtract 20 minutes. It's okay. 20 minutes, tension happens. You'll go blank. You'll turn, that fellow is sitting there. You look at that fellow, neighbor. He looks at you. Both are blank. And now during Corona times, he'll tell Akshay, over. You'll full sanitize. You'll full wash everything. That's the problem. No, he sneezes. And it's dangerous. I'm not kidding. He sneezes. No mask. So then you'll go to the loo, you'll sanitize your face. Correct? So 20 minutes tension. Anything can happen in the center. And now during COVID times, it's dangerous. One fellow feels sick. Many students have told me, sir, I only felt sick. But when I came home, I was fine. It's all in the mind, actually. So it's very dangerous times that we are living in. For you guys also, I don't know. Hats off to you, first of all, for writing. It's really great that you're actually writing the exam. Good that you're writing. But in dangerous times, wear the mask and then write, man. You have to wear the mask and write. Can remove also, but then it's very uncomfortable. But no choice. This is the times that we are living in. So what I'm saying is 20 minutes you leave. So 160 minutes we have. 160 minutes and 100 marks. 1.6 minute per mark. Online buddies, you're here. 1 point. Yeah, restarted. 1.6 minutes per mark. So very simple. Do the math. 1.6 into 4 will be 6.4 minutes. So you are right. One of you said 5 to 7 minutes. You are right. So 6.4 minutes is what you need to take. The problem with us is that 4 marks 6 minutes will become 14 minutes in some questions. That's the problem. So we have to time and write. That is one mistake that we do. We need to time and write now. Writing is very, very important. One more question. If I have to study 16 pages, how long will I take to study? 16 pages, how long will I take? No, I'm talking about just if I want to study 16 pages now at home, how long will you take? 2 hours. Is it 2 hours for everybody? No. So that is one more problem. We have a standard set, 8 pages per hour. It won't happen. Have you ever measured? I don't know how many of you have actually done it. Have you measured your study speed per hour? In your full life, you have not done. Study speed per hour. First is you have to measure this. Otherwise, our plan and execution will never match. I will think, oh, today 30 pages. Thinking mine is 8 pages per hour, but my speed is 3 pages. So 6 or 7 hours over, nothing is moving. So that plan gone. We are expert in making plan. SA 500, super build. Sorry, SA, what is that? Planning, 230. All that, 230 documentation. No, what is planning? 300. 300 super we do. But execution is 0. SA 300 full on. So we'll do planning, we'll put charts. From morning waking up to what time, what should happen, everything will write. But at the end of the day, one day also we will not follow. That's because of this. So one thing that we need to do is measure the study speed per hour at any cost. How to measure this? You can just start studying and you can tell your mom, dad, whoever to just come and just remind you after 1 hour. You should not be near the watch because what you will do? Oh, it's going slow, fast, going slow, fast. No. So you should just study the way you study. Trust me, for some people it will be 3, like me. Mine was 3. I'm not joking. Some people will be 6, 8, 10. Depending on this, you should set the plan. But unfortunately, we set a standard plan and then match to it. Not possible. 3 to 8. Standard is 8, assume. 3 to 8, if you are 3, can it go to 8 in 2 months? No. This is your study speed per hour since 20-25 years. It cannot go in 2 months. Rather than fixing a standard, let us leave all this nonsense and let us fix according to us what is possible. Hokkaido Zimomi. According to us, we are not Virat Kohli. I don't want 8 pages. I'll study 3 pages. No problem. But unfortunately, I have to slog harder. Virat Kohli does it in 4 hours. I have to do it in 10 hours. No choice. So please, this is one thing. Second is writing. One is studying, one is writing. So I have spoken to at least 50 rank holders. I'm not joking. I've taken personal interviews of 50 rank holders. Three things were common. Everything else was different. Some studied, how many subjects a day to study? That is one question that a student asks. How many? Again, depends as per your wish. Some people study one, some people two. I have known a rank holder who studied 8 subjects a day, mental fellow. One hour, one subject. I actually called him mental. He's my friend only. He said, mental you are. One hour, one subject. Mad guy. So 8 hours, 8 subjects. Some people study 2, 3, 4, 1. It's up to you. But the common thing that I really found was everybody wrote. I mean, first of all, everybody wrote answers. I'm not joking. They timed themselves and wrote timing. So which means they put a stopwatch, 4 minutes, write an answer. 6 minutes, wrote an answer. An apple a day, what is that dialogue? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An answer a day keeps 6 months away. Simple. You know, CA people will understand. Correct? So we really need to make time one day, every day, and time ourselves with a stopwatch, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then answer. 4-mark question. So actually, it will not happen. You will exceed it. After 10 answers, you will be within time. Because 7 minutes time is the time to read the question, not only writing, read the question, understand the question, assimilate the answer, structure the answer in your brain, and then write. Because when you are writing first, what will happen? You'll only write the conclusion first and then the provisions. So it is not easy. We need to write. Writing is very, very important. So that is the scene. 7 minutes. We need to read, understand that. Second thing that they all maintain, buddies, is running notes. These are all smart ways of clearing. What is running notes? This is the notes to study one day before exam. Means what? Now I'll have so many notes, no? I'll have, like one day before exam, what will I study? I have ICI material, then some other material, my material, BERAC, some other person's textbook. So all opened up and don't know what to study. So are we sitting there for some South Indian, meal? All items around us. What to eat, we don't know. So the thing is, these are all the smart ways of clearing. One is smart way of studying. We should measure our study speed per hour. Please don't compare with your friends. Ideal is considered to be 6 to 8. But you will either be more or you will be less. More means you are superhuman. CA 10 pages and all if you study, not reading, study. It's not, it will be with 3 to 4 or 6 if it's good. So you need to measure it, which we have never measured. Right? So that is one part. Then running notes is something that you need to really maintain. One day before the exam, what to study. One day before the exam, what to study is what you need to really see. So how to write the running notes? We will, in the course of the discussion, we will discuss how to do it. And yeah, I will tell you, I'll just show you a sample of how to write the running notes. So no problem. So as and when the class is going on, you can make a note and you can do it, no problem. I'll also show you what should be. After you finish one cluster, just remind me, I'll show you summary notes for one cluster. So you'll get an idea. And based on that, you can only stick to that. One day before the exam, bare act is a waste. My material is a waste. Any textbook is a waste. The only thing that is going to help you is your running notes. So you need to maintain that. I'm also preparing one summary book, which is again going to take time, just in the initial stages. It will be released maybe for the next attempt. But yeah, that is actually running notes only, one day before the exam. Let's see, if possible, I'll release it this time, but doubtful. It takes a lot of time in compressing stuff. Yes, so this is the thing, writing the third one. This anyway, most of us will not do, is writing mock exams. Imagine these three are the success stories of 50 rank holders. At least if we follow a little, we'll pass. Or not that we have to follow this, but if we don't follow, it's going to be dangerous, especially in law. We need to write our answers and based on our study pattern. Running notes and mock exam. One mock exam at least per subject. One statistic from these 50 people, in that 2 were abnormal, mega abnormal. 48 are normal rank holders. These people have failed in that mock exam. Believe it or not. They failed in the mock exam that they wrote 20 days before the real exam. And in that real exam, what did they get? Rank. Mock exam, what did they get? Fail. How? They said when I was writing, I figured out that I was not able to assimilate everything. And eventually I failed. So, writing the mock exams is of utmost importance. You need to write the mock exam and you will fail in that, which is good. It's better than failing in the real exam. And also it's better than failing anywhere. And at mock exam, you have to fail. Only when you fail, you will learn. Your main exam should not be the mock exam. So we need to write the mock exam one without fail. So 3 things guys, 4 things from this discussion. One is please measure your study speed, which you have never done. Second, please write one answer a day and compare it with the answer. Here the answer writing is not for accuracy but for timing. So that again will goof up there in the exam. When 1:45 to 2 p.m. please choose 40 marks which we know short and then we can compare and study that. And fourth one is this one, writing, running notes and mock exams. Online people, any doubt? Yeah, here any doubts? Anything, any specific questions? So this is how it is. As far as law is concerned, we are going to divide everything into clusters and do it cluster wise. I'll try to do it as exhaustive as possible. That's why I've given you the regular material only. Whatever is possible, as exhaustive as possible, we'll do it. So this fast track is enough. This is fast track you're anyway attending. This is fine. Then please look out for the amendment video. That is a full amendment revision. Sometime March end I'm planning. After that RTP and all comes. March, whenever the RTP comes. Then the 1-day marathon video, that also I will release. This will be around 9 hours. This is fast track of fast track. Right? So fast track is some 70, 65, 70 hours. This is condensed version, 10% of that. That is a quick revision. This people have told has helped a lot. They have listened to this 1 day before the exam. In that 1.5x speed, it has really apparently helped them a lot. So this also, these 3 if you do know, aram se you can clear. Material I don't care, you use whichever material you want guys, but here I am talking about the concepts. We will, so in fast track what we'll do, we'll solve the questions also. I have sent you around 11 to 12 attempts. We will see. After each cluster is over, we'll go to all those papers and see from that cluster what questions have come and how to answer and all these things. So that is it. So these questions, I mean the papers also, please remind me. I will put it on the WhatsApp group. All of you are anyway there on the group. If you are not there, please, you're not there or you're not using WhatsApp. Okay. Telegram. All right. You just message me there. We'll see. I'll just forward it maybe. Cool. So that is one part. Then, yeah, notes, if you see, yeah, if you see this is again some fast track revision notes. Part of how to do the running notes is here only little bit. These are all the important decisions. There are certain things which require ordinary resolution. So that has been given there. Whatever ordinary resolution is needed, it's already given. It's there, page number 5, 6 and all that. Special resolution, that also is given wherever, just for a quick revision. Postal ballot, like that, stuff like that, just for your 1 day before exam revision. Then this irritating question that they keep asking is the various threshold. Remember threshold. So all the threshold is at one place. Page 9. All the threshold, corporate social responsibility, circulation of financial statement. This also will help you one day before the exam. XBRL format, what to do. It will help in auditing also. Then internal audit is needed for what? All that. Rotation of auditors, basically everything. And one more irritating than this is what? Penalty and fine. Which I feel is a waste to study also. Because anyway you will not remember. That's the truth. How will you remember everything? It's not possible. But anyway, it's given in one place. Now the Companies Amendment Act 2020 has not been notified. In this also they have changed a few. But Companies Amendment Act 2019 is notified for the exam. So for example, if you see page number 14, wherever there is an amendment, I have put it in bold and italicized. These are all the amendments as per the Companies Amendment Act 2019. I repeat, Companies Amendment Act 2020 not yet notified. It is amended up till the Amendment Act 19. 20 we have to wait. So all that is given there. Right. Penalty is only so much. Crazy. Then all the other rules, forms, as for your knowledge. Now, this is what the institute has released in page number 28. Institute has released this, not me. This is the weightage according to them. According to them, the weightage. What weightage? 70 marks content from what areas it will come. This is, I would suggest don't follow, because you will see this and ulta they'll give. So just go through, that's all. But anyway, we are doing the clusters. Better analysis would be cluster-wise analysis and doing one cluster like that. But roughly same questions will come. I mean the same percentage will come roughly. But sometimes it can increase, decrease like that. That's the thing. But this though for sure. What is this? Skill-wise percentage. They have categorized into 3. These are all important things to know before we start, guys, because before we have to now plan the entire studies, not blindly study. So because blindly they will go nowhere. Like for example, I would give minimum time to FEMA. Why? Weightage 4 marks. I would give maximum times to little more time to IBC. Why? 10 marks regularly being asked. Now, one off attempt can be there where FEMA will be more. That we can't help. You have to see the average and plan. No choice. Cluster 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is no question paper without a question on all these clusters. So we need to actually spend time. We are doing smart studying, not selective studying. Smart. Right? That's the thing. So, financial reporting that you leave. Corporate laws. Comprehension and knowledge 15 to 30, 25%. Analysis and application, evaluation and synthesis. What do you mean by this? In comprehension and knowledge, we just need to understand what is the question. Out of memory, remember the provision. Basic application, write the answer and close it. For example, they'll say, state the disqualification of directors. State means what? Remember and write. That's it. But when I need to apply, it says analyze, decide, comment. Then I have that goes to the second category, analysis and application. 50 to 60% in my opinion will be analysis and application. This is the highest level. Evaluation and synthesis, combination of various sections. Each question will have some 4 sections, 5 sections. Like in January 21, they asked a question on compensation to managing director. That had 202, 243, 244, 169. 4 sections. That is evaluation and synthesis. So how many 30 to 35% of your 70 marks, which is 10 to 15 marks will come from this. In economic law, the third level they will not ask. Third level will be paper 6D actually. That is paper 6D only, third level. First two levels they'll ask. That's all. Simple. Now these are smart ways. So if you see analysis and application is the highest. 70% of 30, 20 marks, and 50%, 35. 50 to 60 marks in our CA final will be level 2. And of course, 35% is around 10 marks will be level 3, which means some peanuts, some 20-25 marks will be that first level. The adjectives, verbs used also they have given. List, again institute has given list, state, define, identify, like that they'll ask in the exam. So question paper, you have to clearly see what they're asking. But nowadays if you see question paper, they'll ask this only: analyze, advise, evaluate, interpret. These are all examine. These are all the verbs used in our question. So giving what the examiner wants is the most important thing that we need to understand in CA final. Giving exactly what they want. We need to exactly give them what they want. So on this note, we shall begin now, buddies. This is the, so one by one we'll begin from the basics. So basics, what we'll do is we'll just see the Bayer Act. We have never touched the Bayer Act, sir. It's absolutely okay. I'll be showing you the sections here, and then what you can do, definitely, there is one free app in your Play Store. There's a free app called, Companies Act only, by some company called MMJC. I find it's free first of all, and I find it, reliable. So you can pick that up. You can just download it. You can download it whenever you want. You can download it now only if you want. So it's fine. So my material, what I have done is, wherever important extracts of the Bayer Act I have given. Full Bayer Act is not there. So if you see page 34, the extracts are given. 2 clause 34, 149.1, and what is highlighted are the important areas. So it makes it easy. Important extracts. So you can stick to this only, no problem. But if you want full Bayer Act, you can download the free app on an MMJC. Then there's one more, CA Club or something. They are free and are decently updated. They'll just ask you for, I think, some email ID or something. I'm not sure how it works. I think they're asking for registration, but you can do it. So you can check that online when you are doing it, and if you want it, that is, or you can buy a book. Now there is no point, exam is around the corner, so there is no point buying the book and all, but you can just do this. MMJC is one app that you can, MMJC Private Limited. I find it good, right? So Bayer Act you can analyze from that. So initially you would not have understood, what is the act all about and how it is to be done and all that. So let us now see. Online people, are you fine? They would have slept off now. Online, good morning, good afternoon. Yes. Are you all here? Where are the other fellows? There are so many people are there. Good evening, it seems. Good evening, man. Yes, all of you are here. Great. Cool. So on that note, guys, let us go here to understand the basics. Before we go into this basics, I'll ask you one question. Okay, before that, if I just want to write a section number, like for example, random 26074 1GA, it's not even as part of this law. What will I call this section? This one? Subsection. This one? Subsection, clause. This one? Subclause. Perfect. But if I talk about definition, definitions are already generally in section 2. Definitions in a Bayer Act is generally given in section 2. If I say 2, 9, 2, 10, is it section 2 subsection 10? No. For definition, this is used as clause. Correct. Only for definitions, it is clause. Only for definitions it is clause. Sorry. For definition only it is clause, right? That's what you need to think. Now, if you see there are so many sections, 470 sections, and in between also many sections are added. So it is 500 plus now actually, because they didn't know what to add. So 383 ZA, ZB like that they've added. Then of course then schedules begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All that is available in that app also, no tension. 7 schedules we have. Appendix will leave, that's it. Everything forms very much part of the law. Everything forms part of the law is what I want to tell you. There is nothing which is against the law, outside the law. Everything is part of the law. Section 1 generally talks about the title and applicability of the section and all that. That's okay. And section 2 onwards we say the definition. Anyway, now coming to this question, guys. Who is more powerful? It is there in page number 35. Who is more powerful? Shareholders or board of directors? Those who haven't received the material online, buddy, just note down somewhere and then copy it down in the book when it comes. Our team is really coordinating with the courier fellow. They are behind him. Our team is known to become like a leech. They are behind him until you receive, they will not leave. Don't worry. Those who have received, good. Those who have not received, just keep writing down and then you can copy it. You can write on page number 35, this box. Who is more powerful, shareholders or the BOD? What do you think? We have dispatched it 4-5 days ago only. I don't know why you have not received. Anyway, who is more powerful, shareholders or board of directors? What do you think? Shareholders. Board of directors. Okay, this guy has already watched the video, but yeah, this quickly we have to do this. If we immediately go to section 179, this I can teach in 2 hours also, 15 minutes also. But since it's the fast track, quickly we'll finish. Okay, 179, coolly. This is the section heading 179, right? Powers of the board. The board of directors of a company. When I say a company, is it public company, private company, or any company? Any company, perfect. The board of directors, it says, okay, first of all, if we can stop here, who is the board of director? Who's a director? Whenever I have a doubt in law, okay, Tanvi, you can please contact the support. Only for you it is happening, getting stuck. Please contact them. They will take any desk access and check out what's the issue. They'll check. It's a system issue. It's your system issue. You can check it. If you have a problem, you can do it again. Just check. Please call up the tech support of our office. They'll help you. Yeah. The board of directors. Don't worry, guys. For all these issues, we are giving you one more view also. Na? Don't worry. These issues we knew. This will happen because internet is not correct everywhere. No. At your end, it won't be. System will be a problem. Yeah. The board of directors. Directors is what? For every doubt, I have to go to the definition section. So anyway, I've written the definition here only, which is page number 34 to clause 34. Correct? Rather than going to that section, I'm going to that same book, module 1, page 34. In that 2 clause 34, director means a director appointed to the board of a company. When the act uses the word means, what does it mean? Yes, exhaustive definition. No other meaning can be given. That's all. Exhaustive, or also called as restrictive, means no other meaning can be given. So who's a director? Director means a director appointed to the board of a company. So there will be something called as a board, and one fellow director will be appointed there. Like that, many fellows will be appointed, and that forms the board. My second question was what? This board is powerful or shareholders are powerful? That I still haven't come. I was only asking this. Who is this fellow director? Can director be a company? Why? Why? Okay, can three companies start one company? Yeah. So in that there are no directors appointed. Can the company only be a director? They'll appoint a nominee. But can they only be a director and signed by someone? Who's the director? A Limited. Who is signing? Somebody is signing because it's an artificial person. Is it possible like that, or you have to appoint an individual only? That is not given in 2 clause 34. That is given in 149.1. One disclaimer. Today, whatever I teach, you will not understand. Disclaimer. When I say not understand, the section we will not understand. Concept you will 100% understand. But I will be going on so many sections. 234, 149.1. You will start getting scared. That's why I'm getting a disclaimer. By the end of 10 day, when I ask you can you explain the concept, you will tell which section you want. Tell me. I'm not joking. I'm serious. This one day, you just let go of it. If you are getting confused with the section numbers, let go. What we are doing now is, it's a disclaimer to everybody, we are unlearning how you learned it and learning. It is going to take time. If you are into gymming or if you are into diet, that dietitian will give you one diet which will, completely change your system. That day, vomiting, loose motion, everything will happen. Right? And then you are actually, if you are gymming and all, that gym instructor will tell you have to do this. That day, full body pain. Which means the body is not used to it. Same this also. You are not used to studying law like this. Now today I am telling some random 10 sections. Don't get scared. I am telling you concept you will understand fully. Concept you will understand completely. But section numbers you will get confused. You will be like, what is this fellow going here, there? That is what interconnection. By the end of the 10 day, you will be able to do it. That is my assurance. How is it possible in 10 days to do it? That you leave it to me. You will do it for sure. Okay. So don't get confused. Section numbers you ignore, guys. You ignore. Just see the concept. Director means a director appointed. In this, individual word is there or not? In 234, not there. So I have to search for that individual word elsewhere. Where is it? 149.1. Again, interconnections you leave. Sir, how you know it? How should I do it? All those questions will come now. How should I interconnect? How will I know? Leave it. You will know at the end of the classes. So every company, online people, you also. Every company shall have. Shall is mandatory or discretionary? Mandatory. Every company, which means what? All companies, private, public, small, whatever companies are there, everything, shall have a board of directors consisting of individuals only there. So basically, director means individual only. So combined reading, 234 and 149.1, we have seen that a director must be an individual. Companies cannot be directors. Point number 1. And you are a director only if you are appointed to the board of a company. You have to be appointed specifically on the board. Means, careful. I'll leave soon. Don't worry. All this. These are signs. Lunch break approaching. Leave me. Okay. Yes. So if you see, mine also same thing happened. Super. I don't know what fell. That's the best part. Anyway, leave it. So 2 clause 9. Oh, not 9, sorry, 234. So what director means? Director appointed to the board of a company. Right. Now, one question I'll ask you guys. INC Limited. There is a company called INC Limited, which has 3 directors. Mr. Mann, Mr. Mohan, and Mr. Singh. It has got nothing to do with anybody living or dead. INC Limited also has got nothing to do with any other party or anything for that matter. This disclaimer. Mr. Mann, Mr. Mohan, Mr. Singh are 3 dummy directors. Correct? People think that they are only the managing directors. People think, right? But Mr. Mann, Mr. Mohan, Mr. Singh are actually controlled by some random company. Correct? Italian Marbles Limited. Alright? It's controlled by some random company with two people. Mrs. Sonia. It has got nothing to do with any living creature, dead or alive also, or past, present, future. Yes. And Mr. Pappu. Nothing to do. Okay, so Mrs. Sonia and Mr. Pappu are actually controlling this. Basically, Mr. Man, Mr. Mohan, or Mr. Singh, all three always listen to this main company's directors. Ultimately, whatever these three fellows do are being controlled by these two people. Can I say INC Limited directors are Mrs. Sonia and Mr. Pappu, yes or no? No. Why? Because they are not appointed. This is the concept of shadow director. Shadow director. Concept of shadow director. But in Companies Act, they do not recognize shadow director under this clause. So basically in 234, shadow director not covered. What is running notes? That's all. 234. Director, no need of section number also. Director, individual will be director. Second, directors are appointed on the board. Third one, shadow directors are not covered in director's definition. That's it. That is running notes. Whatever we are discussing in pointers, that's it. I'll show you after cluster 1, I'll show you. So does it mean that Mrs. Sonia and Mr. Pappu are not liable only? Are not liable? They will be liable. So that is why, how will they be liable if they are not directors? Though it is not covered there, thankfully they have covered it in section 2. In section 2, no, if you see the definition sections, okay, director it's not there, I understand. Director there is not there, I understand, right? But if you see, yeah, in 2 clause 60, they have defined some person called officer in default. Who will be liable? Obviously that officer who is in default. Is a shadow director officer in default? Yes. If you see there, any person, Mrs. Sonia, in accordance with whose directions, advice or instructions the board of directors of the company, Mr. Man, Mr. Mohan and Mr. Singh, is accustomed to act. So very, very slyly our lawmakers have given in 2 clause 60 that Mr. Man, Mr. Mohan, Mr. Singh, if they are controlled by two people, those two people are definitely not directors, but they will be officers in default. And if you see the beauty of law, all penal provisions they have said, every officer in default, every officer in default, every officer in default. So basically, those people also will be liable. They will not get any rights as a director, but liabilities they will get. That's a simple discussion on this. So like that, many people are appointed. Now, who will appoint the directors? That is the cluster 2. Cluster 2 is who will appoint the directors. And there are various types of directors that we will discuss in cluster 2. But basically, every director will be a director by virtue of an appointment. Without appointment, you are not director. You cannot assume the position of a director. You have to appoint that person. So I have given you that means. When I act use the word means, it is exhaustive and restrictive. Over 90% of the definitions are exhaustive, means. So if you just glance through section 2, everywhere see means, 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 means. Sometimes you will get includes. See, 2 clause 59, officer includes. Inclusive definition means what? I already know who an officer is. Over and above that, it includes these people also. Sometimes they can give you exclusive definition. Like for example, Sale of Goods Act, goods definition, if you remember. Goods, in GST also have goods definition. No? So in Sale of Goods Act, what is the goods means? All kind of movable property, but excludes actionable claim and money. But in GST, it's slightly different. It includes actionable claims, correct? No? I think it excludes money for sure, but actionable claims and all are there. So here, so goods here in Sale of Goods Act, it includes all mobile. It means mobile property, but excludes actionable claim and money. So that's an exclusive definition. Whatever you know, minus these two. That's the definition part. Anyway, whatever I discussed is here only, guys. See, that's why I gave you the regular material so that you can go through aram se. While teaching each and every line, I will not teach. In regular batch, each and every line will teach. And in regular batch, I'll give you more time to analyze, understand, and answer. That's why. Here it's a condensed form. But we will try to cover everything possible. That's why I made it a point. Let me give regular material only. So that we can, even I'll be, motivated to finish everything there. Right? Whatever we discuss, see, it's here. I'm not kidding. Director, person regarded as director. Individually, a person has no role to play. So, like a story you can study at home. You will definitely understand everything. Shadow director term only is not there anywhere. That is just what people call it. Yeah, of course. Of course, you can write in the exam. Shadow director, you can definitely write in the exam. See that also, all this, directors as officers, directors at this, directors at that, everything. And if you have like more time and you want some concept clarity, I've given you QR codes also. You can see, how to prepare for law and all these things. Anyway, now coming to this question, guys, who is more powerful? Online people, are you understanding? Yes or no? Online. Who is more powerful? So now, is it that the directors all coming together as a board, BOD? Or they are more powerful, or the shareholders are powerful? It's the question. So if you see 179, anyway, we're reading 179 only. This is what I'm saying. I'll be seeing so many sections. Don't worry about that. Just concentrate on the concept. The board of directors of a company. When Act uses the word a, it means it is any company. Shall be mandatory. Entitled means they have a right to exercise all such powers and to do all such acts and things as the company is authorized to exercise and do. The board of directors of a company shall be entitled to exercise all such powers and to do all such acts and things as the company is authorized to exercise and do. Provided that in exercising such power or doing such act or thing, the board shall be, this you leave here, the board shall not exercise any power to do any act or thing which is directed or required, whether under this act, by the MOA, AOA, to be exercised or done by the company in general meeting. The gist of the story is very simple. First two lines, what does it say? The board of directors shall do whatever the company could have done if company had brains of its own. So they are given direct dialogue. What simple words? Whatever the company, that you can write it here only. Here only. I am talking about this only. Here. Whatever the company can do, or whatever company could have done if it had brains. In simple words, we have to break it down. Whatever the company could have done if it had brains, who can do? Board of directors can do. Which means, who are the brains behind the company? BOD. Who are the brains behind the company? BOD. But the proviso or the proviso depends on UK or US English. So here, this is called a proviso or a proviso. What does it do? It either adds on to the subsection or it gives an exception to the subsection. Whatever I am doing is called interpretation of statutes, which is specifically there for old syllabus. New syllabus CA final, you are at a disadvantage because you would have studied Old syllabus CA Inter. Interpretation of statutes is the most important thing that we need to understand. Like for example, a company means what? Interpretation of statute. Shall means what? Interpretation of statute. Don't worry, we'll do it in the class. And that is the rules you need to remember, but it's more important for old syllabus. They'll give for 4 marks. Anyway, a proviso either adds on to the subsection or gives an exception to the subsection. So here, whatever the board company could have done, if company had brains of its own, who can do it? Board can do. Board can do. But the proviso says, board cannot do those things which shareholders can. BOD cannot do. Those things which shareholders can do. The board of directors cannot do those things which the shareholders can do. And what can the shareholders do? Given in only 3 things: AOA, MOA, Act. AOA, MOA, Act. Since I am introducing you to the Bear Act, I have to be little slow, then things will pick up, don't worry. And don't bother about section numbers, leave it. Very simple, guys. This is what they say: AOA, MOA, or the Act. Which means shareholders' powers are limited to AOA, MOA, Act, but board can do whatever the hell they want to do, is what they say. Examples, without examples, will not understand. For example, if I go to 179 subsection 3, again section numbers you leave it, I'll show you here only. You just tell me the answer. 179.3, I'll show you this first line. Making calls, authorizing buyback, issuing security, borrowing money, all these things. Tell me, can shareholders interfere? Only board should do it. If you see the first 2 lines, can shareholders interfere or only board can do it? Very clearly they have given. By resolutions passed at the meeting of the board. Whether to borrow money, invest funds, grant loan, all these things. So here I can say under 179.3, I can safely say only BOD can do it. Only BOD can do it. Which means the Bear Act has given specific powers to specific people. Now if I have to see, for example, if I have to see, for instance, 169. First line. Company may, by ordinary resolution, remove a director. Ordinary resolution is for shareholders meeting or board meeting? Ordinary resolution is for shareholders meeting or board meeting? Shareholders resolution. So, can I say that the directors cannot be removed by board, but directors should be removed only by shareholders? So here 169 specifically gives power to whom? This only board can do it, shareholders cannot do it. 179.3. 169 on the other hand, only shareholders can do it. BOD cannot do it. Yes, online friends, hope you are understanding. Yes, only shareholders can do it, BOD cannot. Now my question is, sir, if the act is silent, who will do it? For example, notice 101. Who will send the notice for the meeting? Shareholders, board, or whoever calls the meeting? Whoever calls notice. A general meeting of the company may be called by giving not less than 21 days notice. Who will call? God only knows. May be called by giving not less than 21 days notice. Who will give notice? Have they given here? Person calling the meeting should give notice. Who may call the notice is given, meeting is given in section 100 EGM. It can be called by board, called by shareholders. I'll leave very soon. Called by board, called by shareholders. Next one, chappal will come. Anyway, this podium is there. Yes, maybe called. Called by whom? By board, by shareholders, but by giving not less than clear days, 21 days notice. We don't know, it is silent. Similarly, you would have heard the concept of explanatory statement 102. I again repeat section number, leave it. Only concept you tell me. Explanatory statement. Statement setting out the material facts concerning each item of special business shall be annexed to the notice calling such meeting. Explanatory statement will be given by whom? Don't know. For these questions, my 179 will help me. Because 179, first one says, Board of Directors shall be entitled to do all such powers which the company would have done if company had brains of its own. This one line gives us the answer. So when the act is silent, it is always the Board of Directors. Example 101 notice, 102 explanatory statement, act is silent. I still don't know who is more powerful. This doesn't answer my question. Only BOD can do it. Here only shareholders can do it. Here BOD. Can law say both should do it? Can there be some things which board of directors also needed, shareholders also needed? Yes. For example, if I want to sell my undertaking, this is my branch, I want to sell this branch, full branch I am selling. Should I take the approval of them? Yes. That is 180. Just an example. The 180, you will forget the section number. 180 speaks about selling an undertaking. Forget the section number, only concept. Board of Directors shall exercise the following powers only with the consent of company by special resolution. The Board of Directors shall do it only with the consent of company by special resolution. Means what? Shareholder should say yes, board also should say yes. So there are certain things like 180 which require both. Still my question is not answered. I have just told now some powers board, some powers shareholders. Everything is silent, board. But some powers both board and shareholders. Still it has not answered my question, who is more powerful? It appears that board is more powerful because they can do whatever they want. It appears. Then I will come back to this area here once again. Are you able to follow? Yeah. This area. Can AOA and MOA override the act, or is act powerful? Act is powerful, or AOA MOA can override? Act is powerful. You've been seeing since inter days that yes, act is powerful. Correct. So that where is it? Again, section number you forget it. Concept. You're 100% right conceptually. 100%. Section 6 says so. First dialogue only. Act to override memorandum, articles, etc. So act can override memorandum, article. Section 6. Section number you leave it. Concept. You know the concept, or you only told me. Act will override. Correct. Where is it given? I am just telling you where it is given. That's all. It is in section 6. Act to override memorandum, articles, etc. This heading of the section is called what, guys? In legally, what is it called? Chapter note? No. Title? No. Something more. Yes, marginal note. Why marginal note? BCom answer. Sir, it's because in margin. Huh. Perfect. Correct. Actually, it's BCom answer only. Why is it called marginal note? It is in the margin. You are right. You see, perfect. This is the act. Right? Act. Passed by the official gazette. Right? Printed in the official gazette. Only then it will become the act. Act is passed how? First the I mean, it will all discuss, you will discuss and it will be presented before the parliament, it will be presented for public comments, and then it will be done by the Lok Sabha. Before that, standing committee will discuss all the points. Then Lok Sabha will pass it. Then it will go to Rajya Sabha. Again, standing committee will discuss all that. Then Rajya Sabha will pass it. Then, Chumma for some approval, that president, one fellow is sitting there. Papa, I have to ask him something. So I will have to take his approval. And still it is not passed. It is only passed, or rather it's only official once it is printed in this official gazette. So the enactment is from the date either mentioned in the act or the date it is passed in the official gazette. Anyway, now you see guys here, as he said rightly, the act is presented in this format. In the margin it is given like this. One second. In the margin like this it is given. That is why this is the section number 1. Short title, commencement and application. Then it is definitions are given here, you see. Why is it called marginal note? Because it is actually given in the margin. But when I am printing the bare act, if I print like that, waste of page. Doesn't look good also. So for presentation purposes, honestly, they have given it like this. That's all. This is called as a marginal note. So from next time when you are addressing it, you should address it as marginal note. Perfect. Marginal note. So if you see the marginal note of section 6 only gives our answer which you anyway knew. You 100% knew the correct answer, no doubt. Act to override the memorandum articles, etc. And they have given the dialogue. Provisions of this act shall have effect, notwithstanding anything to the contrary. With simple words, if anything ulta is given also, don't worry about it. Act will override the MOA. But I would like to show you just one section. Which is again you already know. It is quorum of general meeting which you have studied in IPCC. What is the quorum of general meeting? They have given some provisions, 5, 15 and all that. Okay, fine, here. 5 members, 15 members, 30 members, they have given. Okay, fair enough. See the first line. Unless the articles of the company provide a larger quorum. What is the actual quorum? 5, 15, 30. Adhila, it will be your internet, buddy. Please check it. For others, it's fine, I think. Others, yeah, 5, 15, 30. Five, 15, 30. Five, 15, 30. Now check, now check. Now check. It's clear. Yeah, so 5, 15, 30. So if you see, but unless the articles provide for a larger number, means can articles provide for larger number? Yes. Can articles say 40? Yes. Articles can they say 50? Yes. Can articles say 60? Yes. They can tell what they want, no problem. So what is the beauty of this? Isn't the articles overriding the act here? Yes. Act is giving the power to the articles. So basically, Ron, don't worry, man. I will restart and I will stop that time. Don't worry. You will not miss anything. Yes. Articles. One second. Check now. You also restart once. Right. So the articles, what do? Can they override the act is the question. Generally it is a no, but sometimes the act only gives the power for the articles to kind of override. It's not exactly overriding, but yeah. For example, as I told you, section 103, where quorum can be larger number as per the articles. Quorum can be larger number as per the articles. And one more small example, which all IPCC, I'm taking into CA Inter only so that we have not yet started final. 63 2A, this is my bonus issue, 63 2A. Mind you, these are the questions that they are asking now with respect to articles. We will solve the questions, you will come to know. No company shall issue bonus shares unless it is authorized by articles. Means if you want to issue bonus shares, it has to be mentioned in the articles. Or I can say if articles are silent, bonus shares cannot be issued. So here also Act is giving power to the articles to override the Act. So one more example would be section 63 2A, where if articles are silent, can you issue this thing? Can you issue bonus shares? No. Can we issue bonus? Answer is no. Can we issue bonus? The answer is no. So if articles is silent, can we issue bonus shares? Answer is a big no. Still it has not answered my question, who is more powerful? We don't know still who is more powerful. The Act or the board or the shareholders. So let us say you are all shareholders sitting, or let's say you are just one shareholder, 100% shares you have. You have started this company, all the infrastructure, everything is your money only, and you have one director also running the show because you don't know how to run the show. It's okay. You come into the company secretary gets up, they are very happy to see you. They'll order all this, sanna, sambar, everything, whatever you want. You'll eat properly. Then you ask the question. Anyway, it's February, March, whatever, January time now. Can you just show me the accounts? Company secretary says, sir, sorry, no, you will not get the accounts. Said, bus, I am the main guy, I am the shareholder. Every rupee that you have invested here is because of me. I am not saying anything. I am just saying, please show me the accounts. That fellow says, no. Can you sue him? Can you get the accounts, access or no? As a shareholder, will you get access, yes or no? Have you ever wondered, will you get access to that? Books will be? AGM is fine, but if I want to just barge in and I'll say I'll pay also, I want to see the accounts. There is one, couple of them says no, no here, say no. There's one section, guys, 128. Again, section number, leave it. I'm only asking you a question, showing you the answer here, that's all. Don't get worried about section number. I'm asking you a question, showing you the answers here. The books of accounts and other books and papers maintained by the company within India shall be open for inspection at the registered office or at such other place in India by any director. Where is shareholder here? It's only to be accessed only by the director, which means inclusion of one thing, will it exclude the other? Yes. If I include one thing, it can only be seen by you. For example, if I say removal of director should be only by shareholders, can board also do it? No. Again, that is an interpretation of statute. Expressio unius exclusius alterius, one long thing, Latin, which means the express inclusion of one will exclude the other. Right? If it is silent, then you can say who will do it. But the answer already 179. Board should do it. But here, when I say director, then shareholder cannot do it. The express mention of one will definitely exclude the other. If I say chocolate cake, comma, vanilla cake, comma, strawberry cake, does it include vanilla cake? Does it include mango cake? No. If I just say cake, then anything. If I just say cake, does it include eggless cake also? Yeah. But if I say eggless vanilla cake, express inclusion of one, does it exclude the others? 100% yes. Got it? So when I say by any director, then it should be only by directors, which means shareholders cannot do. Shareholders cannot do. Sunny, I think there is a problem, man. You need to check. You contact the technical team, please. Sunny, quickly. Yes. So if you see, and don't worry, this video will be uploaded so you can check the missed parts. Don't worry. The internet problem at your end, nothing can be done, but don't worry. You please keep attending. It makes sense to attend live. Really is better. Yes, by any director during business hours, which means shareholders cannot do it. Shareholders cannot do it. Now, this fellow has no power only then, shareholder. He can't even check the accounts. What will he do then? Nothing. So, shareholder has zero power. Shareholder cannot check the accounts. Under section 128, shareholder cannot check accounts. So, he will go to MCA and cry. You have called me shareholder, I can do this, I can do that, but it appears that I can't do anything. So the company says, cool down, boss. MCA says, cool down. I'll give you 4 crazy powers. Super powers. Super power number 1, appointment of director. Who can check the accounts? Director. Who can appoint director? You. Section 150. Now our syllabus comes. 152 to read with 160. Forget about section number and all. Really. 152 to read with 160. Appointment of director is the most important thing of shareholders. If you see the wordings also, they have clearly given 152 to read with 160. No, here, every director shall be appointed by company in general meeting. Every director shall be appointed by company in general meeting. As simple as that. General meeting means shareholders. Similarly, section 6 also I told you, right? Section 6, what does it say? Provisions of the act will override. But sometimes ulta happens. For that ulta also it should be given in the law. If you see this line, save as otherwise expressly provided in the act. Save as means what? Except. Save as means except. Except where reverse is given. Except where reverse is given. General rule what? Act will override articles except where reverse is given. Where is it given reverse? 63 to A, bonus shares. And one more example was quorum. Quorum. Anyway, now coming to this, why I told you this was C152 2 also. What is the dialogue? Every director shall be appointed by the company in general meeting. Save as otherwise expressly provided means except where reverse is given or except where something else is given. What can be something else? Board also can appoint. Expressly it should be given, board should appoint. If the act is silent, all directors are appointed only by shareholders. So, but it's a superpower. They said, boss, main superpower you have, you get to appoint the director. Not only do you get to appoint the director, you also get to remove the director under section 169, which you already saw. Removal of director. Nobody can take that power except you. Nobody. Nobody can take that power except you. You can go on a flight today if you want on Narendra Modi. Today I feel like going somewhere. You can go or Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi. You can't go anywhere. You can go home. That's all. But who appointed Narendra Modi? I'm just saying the people of the country. What I'm saying is you have the power. It's a democracy. There it is democracy, here it is corporate democracy. Simple. Not just that. Now you will still ask that question. I appointed director, director is checking accounts. Why can't I check the accounts? He'll say you don't have the caliber. Simple as that. You as a shareholder don't have the caliber. So go sit in your gadi, go straight to Nungambakam. There people are dying there inside. For 5 years they'll be dying. After 5 years they'll come out. They'll take a rebirth and come out. Catch hold of those fellows only. Correct? Go to Nungambakam. Why? Section 139. Appointment of auditor. Right? Go there, appoint who you want. I said Nungambakam, you went to Paris corner. All fake items are available there. Some random fellow called himself auditor, you went and appointed him. Paris corner only, no? Where everything all Richie Street, correct. Richie Street. All China items. Some Chinese fellow is sitting, calling himself auditor. You gone and appointed him. Can you throw him out? Yes. They say, don't worry. I told you, Nungambakam, go there only. Nowhere else. 140. Removal of auditor. So, these 4 superpowers I am giving you, boss. Nobody can touch you. Superpowers, pillars of corporate democracy. These are the 4 pillars of corporate democracy, untouchable. Nobody can touch these powers except the shareholders. So now very simple. There's a 2-tier mechanism where some powers are handled by shareholders. Day-to-day affairs are handled by BOD. But the main powers, these are the main powers only, no? When you appoint a director, sit back and relax, he will do the needful. You are the foundation. Building has to construct, interiors, everything you let him do. I want to add one more floor. I want to sell one more floor. Again, come to me. Selling of an undertaking. Merger, adding one more floor, one more building. Come to me, I will approve. But interior, how functioning of the company, everything you leave. Sit back and relax. He's an elected representative, he will do the needful. You don't like him, throw him out. Who has the power to check the accounts? As a person with a certain caliber called chartered accountant. Practicing chartered accountant. CA in practice 139, go to him. That's what they say. 152 to read with 160, 169, 139, 140. These are the 4 pillars of corporate democracy with which we have now understood how things work. So, after the lunch break, what we will do is quickly understand these things which we regularly see in law, which we don't know, we get confused. Ordinary business. We think we know, but we don't know. Those are the beauty of this. Ordinary business, special business. Okay, tell me, what is ordinary business other than special? What is special business other than ordinary? No. What is ordinary business? 4 things. Now, here, see here, it is actually stemming from this only. Beauty is stemming from this only. The law says, boss, you have 4 powers. One of the powers is director. One of the power is auditor. One of the power is, you will obviously invest money to get dividend. And ultimately, you will finally approve the accounts, which is checked by the person, which is made by the person who you appointed, checked by the person who you appointed. You will certify the accounts. Basically, Dada points. If you like Saurav Ganguly, Dada. In Kannada, that meeting place is called adda. I don't know what is called in Tamil, right? In Kannada it is come to my adda means come to the usual meeting place. So adda points are dada points. Director, auditor, dividend, accounts. The four pillars, these are only called as ordinary business, as simple as that. It is actually stemming from this concept only. So we have ordinary business, we have special business, we have ordinary resolution, special resolution. Then we have ordinary notice and special notice. These are the things we think we know, but we actually are so simple, but we still don't know, but it's absolutely okay because we ignore these things. What is ordinary resolution? More than half, more than 51%, greater than equal to 51%? Simple majority, okay. So if there are, I'm just generally asking, there are 1,200 people, 200 are preference shareholders, 1,000 equity shareholders. Is it 501 or 601? 501. And in this 1,800 come for the meeting, 200 don't come. 401 or 501? 401. Of this 800, 600 come for voting, 200 only come for eating. What do you think? 301 or they actually come for the meeting though? They come for the meeting. 401 or 301? Here doubt will come. Now 2 answers started. So basically only 2 words in the law will give you the answer. I'm not kidding. Only 2 words. So some people are telling 201, 301, some people are telling 401. But what will the examiner see? Yeah, Naman, you're right. What will the examiner see? Only 2 words in your answer. So this fast track is all about what words to write in the exam. So if you see this, that's all. Entitled means you should have the right to vote. Means preference shareholders thrown out. Equity shareholders, yes. And voting means if you abstain from voting, your vote will not be counted. That's all. An examiner will only see these words. He will not see any story. And is it more than half, less than half? That will be clearly votes cast in favor must be more than the votes cast against. Means simple majority. Should I write exactly like that or I can simply say simple majority? It's okay. I can write simple majority. Simple majority means more than half. So entitled and voting. So when I'm talking about, ordinary resolution and special resolution. Ordinary resolution is under 1141. Special resolution is under 1142. Ordinary notice 101. Special notice 115. Ordinary business 1022A. Special notice 1022B plus 2A. Section numbers, do not worry. I repeat, don't care about it. I am just writing because no, show off. I must show off. Assume like that. Right? Don't worry about the section numbers, guys. Ordinary business, special business. Ordinary resolution, special resolution. Ordinary notice, special notice. Only the keywords, that's all. In ordinary note, one thing you tell me, ordinary resolution when I am passing, should I give a notice? Obviously, resolution is happening at the meeting. Should I give a notice? Yes. Assume, I'm just asking a simple question. Assume I have passed an ordinary resolution, but that 21-day notice is not given properly. Is the resolution valid or not valid? These questions they are asking now. The required resolution was ordinary, but I have passed 78% majority, assume. But the notice was not given properly. Means it was given some 10 days before the meeting. What do you think? So that also is there here only. You say meeting is void ab initio. The beauty is in CA law students have seen final, all their answers are correct. But examiner wants from where is it coming from? The keywords. So that fine tuning is all the fast track is all about. You know the answer. See this. Notice required under this act has been duly given. Means what? On time. Then votes cast in favor more than votes cast against. Third one, entitled and voting. That's all they will see. You don't have to write any story. That's all. This is what? Notice duly given with section 101, which means 21 clear days before the meeting. Second one, votes cast in favor must be more than votes cast against, means simple majority. Third one, entitled and voting. That's all. You write these three words, let's see how they will not give marks. We'll write stories, unfortunately. We should write like this only. Sir, I cannot write favor and against. Okay, simple majority, you write. Can I write the act in my own simple words? Yes. Can I write my own simple act? That's a problem. Nungambakam Students Association Companies Act, amended early. That and all we cannot write. We have to write Companies Act in our simple words. No, 100% you will get marks. They also know you cannot write verbatim. What is there in this? Notice has to be given under 101. Second one, simple majority. Third one, entitled and voting. That's it. I haven't even seen the law, what it says. Some full, legal language they are given. I don't want that legal language. I only want this one. These two will finish and we'll take a break. This special resolution is what then? Okay, what is special resolution? 2/3, 3/4, greater than 3/4 or greater than equal to? Now that is one more doubt. Exactly 75% is special resolution or not? Exceeding. Sure. Confident. Amitabh Bachchan. We lock. Let's see. There only 114 CCC. Here see, notice has been duly given. Same dialogue. This is one extra dialogue. Intention to propose the resolution as special resolution has been duly specified in the notice. Oh, means what? Let us say I'll give the notice correctly 21 days before. In the notice, I'll forget to mention that the resolution is special. 100% people agree, or let's say 95% people agree. Can the remaining 5% go and make the entire resolution void ab initio? Yes. Because this dialogue is there. Intention to propose a resolution has been duly specified in the meeting. And here, this semicolon means always and. Sir, this much in depth are they asking? Yes. Last 2-3 attempts they asked one question. Last attempt only, Jan 21. Can an internal auditor be a CFO? Jan 21 paper. And 2 attempts before. Can you be a CEO and CS of the same company? Examination question this is. Can you be, just 2 attempts before. Can you be a CEO and CS in the same company? You are CA also, CS also. Can you be both? What do you think? We'll discuss the answer, but it is all based on semicolon. Not kidding. That is the depth that they are asking now. So this you will be able to figure out by the end of the classes, guys. Don't worry. It's all easy only. Little bit, we are studying the wrong way. See, I asked you so many questions. Everything you answered correctly. But keywords you didn't tell me. That's the difference between, that's all. Keywords you have to write. See here. They asked a question. Can you be a CFO and a CS? Can you be a CEO and a CS? When I use the semicolon here, is it and? Means 2 different people, or the same fellow can have 2 different positions. 4 marks question asked in the exam, 2 attempts before. We will solve it. Don't worry. This is the level that they are asking. Jan 21 paper, you are an internal auditor and CFO. Can you become? Internal auditor is in 138. This is here. Don't worry. So again, coming back. Okay, last one. More than 75 or less than 7 or greater than or equal to 75? See here. The votes cast in favor are not less than 3 times the votes cast against. Means out of 4 votes, if 3 are for, 1 can be against. So it is not less than means greater than or equal to. Whereas here it is more. Here it is greater than or equal to. So it's very simple. Special resolution means 3 things. Same dialogue. Notice must be given under 101. Second, in the notice you have to mention that the intended resolution is a special resolution. Face to face people will be asking lunch break. Online fellows will be eating lunch and still asking lunch break. Best. Superb, man, for you guys. Notice under 101. That notice intended resolution is a special resolution. Third one. Sorry? Oh, sorry, I did the ulta thing. No, I'm rewriting special resolution only, no? That's a good question. What she's asking is, should the notice be special notice or ordinary notice? That's what you're asking. Yeah. Notice should be special or ordinary. Is it linked like that? For special business, I need special resolution, special notice, or no? Correct? Ordinary only. Or whichever notice as deemed fit. Because in some cases you need special notice. So notice has to be given. And in the notice you have to clearly mention that it is a special resolution. If this is not there, gone. Third one, voting majority in simple words. Greater than or equal to 75%. Fourth one, entitled and voting, same dialogue. If preference cumulative dividend is not paid for 2 years, should I count preference shareholders also? If cumulative preference dividend is not paid for 2 years, should I count preference shareholders also? Yes. If cumulative preference dividend is not paid for 2 years, preference shareholders will get the same voting rights as equity shareholders. All this that I am discussing is there in CA Inter, which we have deemed to have passed. How deemed? Because you have studied some nonsense textbook and gone. That is not our mistake, it's our teacher's mistake. Whoever your teacher was, I'm not kidding. We should have actually studied from the Bare Act. We should start studying from the Bare Act from CPT itself, which we haven't. It's okay. It's definitely we can rectify it now. So basically all of us, even I studied from the Bare Act, from the textbook only. Isn't only in the meeting relevant, if it's a meeting relevant to preference shareholders, then obviously they are entitled to vote. Entitled means what? In their meeting they are entitled to vote, obviously. Correct? See here. 47 subsection to all CA Inter syllabus. Adila is telling she studied ethics and communication and passed with 43. That's what we did in Inter. That's the problem, right? Correct. Where the dividend in respect of class of preference share has not been paid for 2 years, such class of preference shareholders shall have a right to vote on all the resolutions as if they are equity shareholders. Clearly given, right? Every member of the company limited by share and holding equity share capital shall have a right to vote on every resolution placed before the company. But if you are a preference shareholder, only what directly affects you as a preference shareholder. At that point of time, will you be entitled to vote? Yes. In a preference shareholders meeting, preference shareholder will be entitled to vote. In a preference shareholders meeting, you will be entitled to vote. Now that good question. Every member. Should notice be sent to all members, including preference shareholder, though he cannot vote? Should I give a notice to, I'm rephrasing his question. Should I give a notice to all shareholders, including preference, though he cannot come to the meeting and vote? So what he asked was, member means is it equity shareholder? Or should I give it to anybody? I mean every member, including preference shareholder. What do you think? Who is entitled to attend only or everyone? Again see enter. Notice of the meeting 101 if you go, 1013. Notice of every meeting shall be given to every member. Have they seen anywhere here? Have they told anywhere entitled to vote? No. Every member means what? Equity shareholder plus preference shareholder. But who can actually vote? That member holding equity share capital can vote. Are you getting the connection? Yes. Forget about section number, the concept. 1013. See, all this has to be taught in inter. But we haven't studied. It's okay. No problem. We can rectify all that now. No tension. So the notice of every meeting, every member. Do you need any great interpretation thing for this? No, it's like normal language only, no? 90% of law is like that, guys. 90% you can aram se interpret on your own. Yes, they can attend. Eating, yes, no voting. Come eat properly, catering will be there, eat and go. That's all. But no voting. They can participate in that, see what is happening, all that they can do. No voting. They can. Because, the thing is, it was not given to, it was a breach of 101. It was a breach of 101. So if notice should be given to everybody. Yes, but actually it is concerned because ultimately they are shareholders. They are pumped in money. What is the only difference between equity shareholder and preference shareholder? The word preference. I am getting preference extra compared to you at the time of winding up. That's it. Boss, but my money is also there, no? I have given 40 crores. You have given 2 crores. I'm just saying, if preference share capital is more, I have given 40 crores. It is definitely concerning me. But since I am getting first preference, I am giving away my voting right. But that doesn't mean you don't send notice to me and take this whatever the hell you want. You take decisions using my money. I will not allow. I will not vote. I will keep silent. But you call me. The moment you don't call me, then it's a problem. Clear? It's very clear. So 90% of our interpretation is based on literal interpretation. In legal language, it's called litera legis. This is your interpretation of statute. 4 marks, they'll ask, explain litera legis. Right? So, if you construct every word in the literal sense, when I say every, when I say a company, means all companies. When I say shall, may, all these literally can be interpreted. Every company, every member, means every member. But the voting right says only those members who are what? Only those members, okay, 1 second, too many things are open. Only those members who have voting rights, right? Yeah. Every member holding equity share capital shall have a right on every resolution. But here, if you don't pay preference dividend, they have a right to vote on all the resolutions. Simple. Again, lastly, here, that's all. 1141, 1142. That's about it. Now, we will discuss the other two after the break. No problem. So, we'll take a lunch break now. How many minutes you want? Your wish. Generally, what is the break you want? 20, 30, 40? You decide. 2 hours and all, don't ask. Yeah. We'll go sleep and come, sir. Yes. These fellows, they were already finished eating also. Now, dessert time. Yes, tell me, guys. How many minutes? 30, 35, 40? 30, 40. Okay, 40. Done. It's 1:50ish now. Can start. Who is asking there? Why you need break, man? You're eating now. 40, 45 and all too much. 40, 40. Come back. Yeah, take a break, guys. Go have lunch and come. I hope you are able to understand. First day it will be little slow because I'm getting you used to a different methodology. Then we'll pick up the pace. Forget about the section numbers. I always keep telling you, forget about it. Done. See you guys. See you. We shall start 40 minutes. So 150 ish already, maybe like 230. Yeah, cool. See you.